everyone. Welcome to another episode of REM Buzz. As usual, I'm your host, Kaaz, and also we got Callum, CEO from REM Project here. What we talking about today? As usual, we're talking about what's the impact, what's going on in the rest of the world, and also Callum will discuss some of the graphs, and the hot topic is Ethereum at this stage, as you were, and the Bitcoin, and what's the impact of REA. All right, so without taking too long, let's talk about what's happening in the current world. So, sorry. So main topics what we saw is the Citi Group. You know, the Citi Group is one of the biggest banks in the world, international bank. They dip into the stablecoin custody. So what this mean is this move underscores how traditional financial giants are validating crypto practical utility, especially for real world backing and settlements. So what's that mean to REM? So REM can play into this narrative by positioning itself as a part of a new wave of tokenized real world models. Like I said, so think tokenized real estate backed settlements, that mirror what Citi is doing for the stable coins. So stepping just pretty much, guys, the Citi Group is stepping into crypto custody. Think tokenized dollars backed by real assets. That's the same blueprint what REM is building with real estate. It's not just digital hype, it's the playbook for the modern asset finance, right? So, not everything is good news today, but our JP Morgan says RW really doesn't match the hype. What's now? Yeah. So what's JP Morgan saying is the latest report delivers the sobering assessment. Yeah, RW tokenization remains a niche player with limited adoption of the world, but the stagnant market cap around 25 billion, what they're saying. So what's it mean to RWA or for the REM? So many RW, this is where I think it's the problem is, right? Yes, the JP Morgan's reports deliver that, but this is what I'm thinking. The many RWA projects promises fail because of the lack of tangible utility on the institutional integration, lack of institutional integration. Now, here at REM, first we done is the institutional integration and fix our utilities. So that's why we are different from these guys. So by contrast, the structures around the real estate assets with clear legal and utility alignment. And obviously, Callum can talk a little bit more about this, how REM's utility align with the legal aspect of it, making it stand out in the space where many RW projects are failed to do so. So yeah, I agree with JP Morgan's report. Yes, it's bit adoption is very low, but that's where RWA ahead of this curve. That's where we tackle the legal aspect of it, dealing with the institutionals, and our utilities are spot on. So RW token is not hitting a wall. Even JP Morgan says the market barely budging into this. That's why REM's we focus on real estate backed utility sets it apart. Built for real world scale, not just a crypto fantasy. We are talking real estate, proper RWA with proper utility and proper integration with the institutions. All right, so that's it from me. What's happening in the rest of the world? So I'll pass it on to Callum to talk about the rest of the what's happening with the stable coins and the impact for REM token. Callum, over to you.
Thank you very much, Kaaz, and hi everyone. Welcome to REM Market Buzz again. That was amazing. And you know what? Whenever Kaaz is talking about these market segments and the news that comes up in this bull run, and of course, it's very important to also understand every time Kaaz says, I hear this wave of RWA adoption, and that's adoption to the new era, new systems and everything, and a lot of projects like Tether doing the last time, and JP Morgan, and a lot of people are actually moving towards RWA, and this is very important because institutional development and of course institutional adoption and hedge funds coming into action and superannuation funds, all these things coming into action actually gives a huge adoption format, because I remember in 2017, 18, it was just about Bitcoin and,
Yeah.
some dark web issues. That's what it is. But now you can see everyone is moving towards crypto. Everyone is moving towards blockchain technology and, of course, RWA or the real world asset adoption. So given that information, let's go to the market quickly. Now, I want to take you to the market here. Okay, here we go. You can see the market segment. Look, market is hovering around, Bitcoin is hovering around the 18 to 20 mark. Bitcoin has gone to all-time highs, which is a great news, guys. You can see Bitcoin. You go here, and this is something I want to show you. And you go to Bitcoin data here. You can see the all-time highs was recorded on the 14th of August, guys. Great news. This is what we're looking at. All-time highs has been made. So you know what? Another all-time highs has came through just then. And you know what? We're looking at this segment, Bitcoin going through, which is good. Now, given that information, where's Ethereum? That's always the case, isn't it? Ethereum. Ethereum has shown us a segment of I'm ready to move towards this height. I want to take this hype and move towards 5K and all-time highs will be achieved. We're looking around straight away going towards the bull market as in the altcoin season. Guys, this is where the segment is, and you can see all these tokens, including XRP, is performing okay, stabilizing, staying there, waiting for the movement to happen. When the small segments of up and down is not the big thing, but we are waiting for the altcoin season to coming up. Where is Bitcoin dominance? We get the weekly chart here again. Weekly chart, Bitcoin dominance going down. So what's the story? Now this is a great chart, guys. I want to always highlight this because Bitcoin dominance has gone down. What does it mean? You can say, hey, hang on. Bitcoin just achieved its all-time highs. What are you talking about? What I'm talking about is other segments are moving forward than Bitcoin. This is what it shows. Chart never lies, guys. This is what it shows, right? Ethereum dominance. Weekly chart again. Ethereum dominance has gone up. Now, that correlates with what I just mentioned. What I mentioned was Bitcoin dominance has gone down. Ethereum dominance has gone up. Ethereum is basically linking up with all other altcoins as well. But look at this. This is what we want, guys. We want it to come to the next level, which you see, this is the 2023, 2022, 2023 highs. You can see Ethereum has gone up right here. Let's look at it a little bit more away. Let's look at, say, 1 month. Look at this.
Wow.
The Ethereum dominance has gone up here. Look at this, right? This is the altcoin season, guys, and it goes down because Bitcoin is going up right here, right? If I put a chart against here, you would see Bitcoin dominance would go up here. Now Bitcoin dominance would go down here, where Ethereum dominance would go up, just like here. Just like here for the altcoin season. This was the altcoin season, guys, remember? 2022, 2021, 2022. See what happened. And stable. Stabilizing is the part, goes up. If it goes stable, that's where the altcoin season happens. Ethereum needs to pump. Stable, goes down. See, this is a great indicator. I would like to give you guys another aspect of this next tomorrow, and I would get the fear and greed index as well. Let's look at that as well. Let's look at the fear and greed index to see where we are, because all about FOMO when it comes to these sort of things, guys. Now, so you see, I would like to emphasize every time this chart, but bear in mind, it's a great time to get into REM, as I always say, guys. You see us, and you know what? If you go to the exchange would say it's something else. Exchange would have us qualifying, verifying us every day, and this is very good for the system as well. Exchanges these days would not
That's
get
right.
get projects like that they validate us, verify us, which is very good, because that is healthy, guys. MEXC sort of exchanges, which is reputed exchanges, they check the viability of projects, which is really good, and that's an indication, guys, that you can trust the sector, the exchanges, and the project
And
itself. Right,
that's right.
Kaz? Do you believe in that? Yeah.
100%, Callum. That's really good insight, and people can see where these synergies are, right? So, guys, so for me, like before I go, I need to mention a couple of things from what I mentioned in there, and Callum will agree with me. You know, even what JP Morgan said, the adoption is slow for RWA. I think it's really good. Even the tone is a bit skeptical. I think it's really good. So this is my take. So here's something interesting, right? JP Morgan just obviously they released the report of real world asset tokenization. Obviously the adoption is slow. The market but around 25 billion, and the most projects have it broken into mainstream financing. Yeah, that's what the report says. It's not bad news. They're a little bit skeptical, but it's not all bad. But here's the takeaway of this, right? The takeaway is when one of the biggest banks in the world is running detailed reports on RWAs, that means the space is on their radar. All right, that's what I'm seeing. That's what Callum will see, right? They don't waste research time on irrelevant markets, right? They never do that. So they know the where the RWA market is. That's why they're running reports. So this is a good sign. The big finance is watching closely about the global RWA sector. And here's where REM comes in. While others are still building the hype with no tangible results, REM is designed around the real estate-backed utility. All right, this is what all is about. As a proven high-value asset class that directly aligns with RWA principles. So if JP Morgan thinks adoption is slow, good. That means REM has chance to be the breakout project that moves RWA for an interesting idea or a global infrastructure. So that's my take, guys. With that, we'll close out today's segment. And Callum, thank you very much for joining us. And guys, thank you for joining us today. Let's meet you guys tomorrow with another new segment of REM Buzz. Callum and Kaaz out. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.